gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the
Can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome, everybody, back to Multiplex Movie Melee. I'm your host, Payson the Cinemaster Johnson, and we have an exciting match tonight in our teams division. Back to Formula, former teams champion are going up against rookie sensations, Annexation of Puerto Rico. I'm super excited for this match. Back to Formula coming off an extremely dominant win against your Milwaukee Beers. Annexation of Puerto Rico coming off of great wins against Ready to Crumble and the Rum Raptors. I'm super excited. I think both these I think both these teams have been itching for a new match. Really excited to see everything's happen. I should start with our interviews, starting with our first team tonight, Annexation of Puerto Rico, David Nishimoto, Robert Kastner, accompanied by their manager, Aaron J. Guys, it's this is your third match. Probably looking forward to playing a team like Back to Formula, a non-rookie team. How are you feeling coming into tonight's match?
Yeah, we're just on a rocket ship straight to the top. There've never been any hiccups. We're just 2-0, and that's all we've ever been. And that's what we're happy about.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be undefeated still. And yeah, just keep on trucking. I think that's the plan.
This team is undefeated. 2-0, baby. And, I had so much fun with the beers, in our, back to Formula match that I decided to come back with bigger, stronger, more diverse weapons here with Bobby and David. So, good luck. We're looking forward to going 3-0.
I know how strong of a team you guys are. You guys are undefeated. That is a fact. But let's bring in your opponent tonight. Going to put Aaron backstage. Your opponent, that being Mark Menchaca, Jake Marangoni, back to Formula. Guys, I know you weren't obviously very happy with how the title match went that ended last year, but you guys show that you guys are one of the best teams in this league with how dominant of a victory you had over your Milwaukee Beers. How are you feeling coming in tonight in this picture, going up against a team like Annexation of Puerto Rico?
I think like any other match that we've played, we always come in feeling a little bit good about ourselves. However, for this match in particular, I can only partially speak on my own experience, but Bobby Cast has become like one of my good partners in trios. I've enjoyed our time playing there. But on the other hand, Mark and I, have never beaten David. David is this white whale that keeps beating us, whether it is on tool or if it is melee. And when we lost to Ginyu last year, it's just like we cannot beat David. He's just that good. So maybe, just maybe, there's a chance we could win today and we can have this one and David can have all the other wins. But I am still looking forward to this. There are little things where we may or may not have been playing this match originally, but I'm happy that we are playing these guys. No matter what, I just think that I think like we could do this. The last time we recorded near my birthday, it was the match against Rum's Delight, and we're recording this a couple of days after my birthday, so hopefully my birthday luck will continue, because in that match we got the points record, so hopefully something similar will happen today.
I would just like to say we have beaten David once. We beat David once in the 2023 game. In fact, I don't care. It still counts. He's kicked my ass in literally everything else. So you know what? I'm going to count that motherfucker.
Happy birthday, Jake. The 27 Club is fun. I see we head right into our first into round one. Round one is going to work like this. Competitors will receive 8 questions in 8 general movie categories, each worth 1 point apiece. They will have 15 seconds to write their answer on their board, after which I will state pins down and they will reveal their answers. If you get all 8 questions right, you will receive a bonus question. Teams have 3 repeats and 1 challenge throughout the match. Teams, any questions before we head into the match? Your first question in the category of sports. In the natural, Roy plays for a baseball team that competes for what state? Movie's good, not great. I think the story's just kind of meh. It's a lot more unhinged than people would think. Like, it is a wild movie when you really get down to it. Also looks really, really good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. David, will go to you.
New York.
We'll go to Mark.
Maybe. I said Iowa.
We will go to Robert.
I also said New York.
And we'll go to Jake.
You asked me a sports question that's state, actually. I said Alabama. I don't know.
New York is correct. The New York Knights is the team for Annexation, taking a 2-0 lead there. As we head to your second question in the category of romantic comedies. What role of government does Hugh Grant's character have in Love Actually? I describe this movie as a war crime. I hate it.
I know. Yeah.
I will say, okay, I like the Liam Neeson story, and I think the Colin Firth story is okay. Everything else, Bill Nye is kind of fun. Everything else can go to hell. Specifically the Rickman and the Andrew Lincoln one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mark, we'll go to you.
The Prime Minister.
We'll go to Robert.
Optimus Prime Minister.
And we'll go to Jake.
My country has one of these. Prime Minister.
I'm
And we'll go
Mr.
to
Prime
Jake.
Minister.
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister is correct. So we're getting that. So we head into your third question in the category of crime. In Jackie Brown, Ray coordinates with Jackie to catch Ordell during a money transfer at what type of location? We'll take a general answer. Love this movie. Of the 3 Elmer Bernstein adaptations from the 90s, this is probably my second. I like it more than Get Shorty, less than Out of Sight. All 3 excellent films. But Out of Sight is just, oh. What a movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert, we'll go to you.
I said airport.
We'll go to Jake.
I said clothing store.
We'll go to David.
I said a mall.
We'll go to Mark.
I said a shopping mall.
Mall is correct, and I believe it's at the food court of the mall, so I'm only going to be accepting David and Mark. All right. As we head into your fourth question, the category of action-adventure. Scarlett Johansson, Morgan Freeman, and Choi Min-sik all star in what action movie? That last actor's name is Choi Min-sik. S-I-K. You can say there are 3 names. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Jake, we're going to go to you.
I don't remember ScarJo in Old Boy, but it's Lucy.
And we'll go to David.
I didn't have.
We'll go to Mark.
I was pretty sure it wasn't Wanted, but I wrote it down anyway.
And we'll go to Robert.
I heard ScarJo and Morgan Freeman. The only thing I think of is Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy is correct. It's fun to ask a Choi Min-sik question that isn't about Old Boy, but we're going to your 5th question in the category of actors and actresses. Oh, this is going to be fun. In Thelma and Louise, who plays Thelma?
Oh, you bastard.
Fuck you.
I was like, is this too mean? And I was like, it's an iconic movie.
I don't
It's
care.
A level match. I think we can do this.
If I miss it, I don't care. I know who's it.
That's
I don't care.
I'm sure all of us will write down I don't care.
You'll all write down one of 2 people. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. David, will go to you.
She looks like a Thelma, so Susan Sarandon.
We'll go to Mark.
I picked the shorter name, Gina Davis.
We'll go to Robert.
I don't like how this is going. Susan Sarandon.
And we'll go to Jake.
We'll see. Susan Sarandon.
One of you is correct, and it is Mark Menchaca.
Wow.
Gina Davis.
Let's fucking go, Mark.
Should have knew it.
Using the ace logic of writing less. Great.
As we head into your sixth question, the category of biopics. In young biopics, young Mr. Lincoln sees the title character pursue what career?
Hooray for history.
It's called Young Mr. Johnson. It'll be about my life as a youngster. I was about to say some things more, but it could give some answers away. So I'm not going to say anything. This is a good movie, by the way. Good movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mark, will go to you.
Simply general. I said politician.
We'll go to Robert.
In history, I was taught that he wanted to be a lawyer.
And we'll go to Jake.
I think I read his Wikipedia once, and it said that he was a lawyer.
And we'll go to David.
Yeah, I learned it in school. Lawyer.
Lawyer is correct. We are following his law career. 6 to 8, as we head into your penultimate question in the category of drama. Who directed 1971's Straw Dogs?
Gosh, one I know.
It's a dog made of straw. Real talk, I haven't actually seen that. I just heard it's a very disturbing movie, but I've heard it's good. Someone in the chat calling it a banger. One day I'll watch it. I promise. It seems up my alley. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert, will go to you.
Sam Peckinpah.
And we will go to Jake.
Sam Peckinpah.
We'll go to David.
Sam Peckinpah.
And we will go to Mark.
One of the all-time great names, Sam Peckinpah.
I agree with that sentiment. Sam Peckinpah is correct. As we head into your final question in the category of classics. What classic film opens with the title character being arrested for vandalizing parking meters? Something I've done many a times in my life. Vandalizing parking meters? I haven't, but, you know, sometimes you got to get good banter. Or sometimes just banter. Doesn't matter if it's good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jake, will go to you.
Rebel Without a Cause.
We will go to David.
Rebel Without a Cause.
David.
Yeah, Rebel Without a Cause.
We'll go to Mark.
Cool Hand Luke.
And we will go to Robert.
Said on the waterfront.
Rebel, Cool Hand Luke is correct. So Mark is the only one to get that. Lead, but with that, at the end of round 1, we have the score at Annexation of Puerto Rico at 10, back to Formula at 9. But anything happens when we move into round number 2, also known as the wheel round. Competitors will spin at the wheel, in which case they will receive 5 questions from whatever category they land on, each worth 2 points apiece. That they checked on the multiple choice and devalues that question down to 1 point. If they don't like what they spin for their first spin, they are allowed to respin, but they must keep whatever they land on for that second spin. But be on the lookout because stealing is involved in this round. The categories that your competitors can spin tonight are pre-2020 Mark Wahlberg, 1990, which is Back to Formula Strength, 1996 to 2015 MTV Studio Films, which is Annexation of Puerto Rico's Strength, as well as the categories of romance, Oscars, sci-fi fantasy, 1990s, comedy, and drama. Annexation of Puerto Rico, you are in the lead. I'm going to bring in your manager. Would you like to spin first or defer?
Shocked, but happy. I don't know. What do you want? There's only like one thing I think I hate on here. Everything else I think it's fine to good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we defer.
Yeah, I mean, typically I like to go behind
Yeah.
my opponents, and this is 2 that I've never gone to go behind because last time I played this team, they were winning the whole time. So I'd like to take the opportunity here if it's about me, and we'll go second.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Good job,
Your
guys.
opponent's choice sort of didn't help your case there.
No, it did. Yeah, I don't
Going
remember that
second.
one.
Take you in.
Yes, we're at second.
Yeah, we're deferring.
Yes, getting behind these gentlemen.
This
don't like that.
This is
Sorry,
gonna
I
be your
forgot.
first. You land on the category of opponent's choice. Annexation of Puerto Rico. What would you like to give
I
that
wish I could see
formula
it.
for their
Yeah, I don't.
their category?
Sorry, we don't even see this. The wheel.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
Uh,
You want? Yeah. What do you?
can we get Aaron back in?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was waiting for the footage there. All right. So, can't use my line that these aren't strength level players, obviously.
Yeah.
What are we between? Are we between our strength and something else? Are we leaving our strength for us?
I'm worried our strength's a little too small for them.
Yeah.
Given how they are. So I'm kind of between like romance and drama.
Mhm.
Something like that.
If it was not our strength, I was leaning towards romance.
Okay.
What do you think, Aaron, between strength and romance?
Yeah, I mean, I would be getting rid of romance if I were you guys. I think leaving your strength makes sense, especially with its size. We know they like it small, so they're probably really into it, balls deep.
All right.
So let's all this foreplay isn't for nothing. Romance.
Yes, romance.
Okay. All right, good job, guys.
Aaron, isn't it about the size of the ship? It's about the motion of the ocean.
See, this is why Jake's Jake. This is why I love Jake, but not right now.
Yeah.
Not right now, Jake. I guess I'll leave now. I never know why.
All right.
I don't like the innuendos. Like I'm
So
not.
just to make sure, you're giving them strength.
No,
we're giving them 1996 to 2015 MTV Studio.
We're giving them romance.
Romance.
Okay, you are giving
We're
them
getting romance.
Okay.
You said
Yeah.
That's a formula. You will be receiving your question in the category of romance. Are you prepared?
See.
Yeah, why not?
All right, your first question. Who plays the older version of Brawny at the end of Atonement?
Vanessa Redgrave.
You sure, go for it.
Yeah. Vanessa Redgrave, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right.
Your second question. Leslie Mann's character has what profession in How to Be Single?
Oh, I have seen How to Be Single. Shit, no, I've not seen this movie. I don't know. I was thinking of the other woman.
I can't even think of details in that movie. Let's just go multiple.
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, doctor, B, bartender, C, DJ, or D, author? A reminder to everyone backstage, please cam off if you can.
Doctor was the one that sort of came to me there.
Is there a plot point in that where that makes sense?
I vaguely remember the trailer, and I feel like she was a doctor. A vague memory.
5.
Let's go with it then.
3.
Doctor, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. Your third question in the category of romance. What state did Annie move to after breaking up with Alvy the second time in Annie Hall?
No.
I love state questions so much.
Are there any? Have you seen any details that can maybe narrow
I've
it
seen
down?
the movie like 10 years ago, but I couldn't tell you states. I know they're in New York and then so
That's multiple choice.
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Pennsylvania, B, California, C, Rhode Island, or D, Texas?
Could be Pennsylvania.
It's the one that jumped out.
Yeah, I'm cool with that if you are.
All right.
You want
Pennsylvania, final answer.
That is incorrect. Annexation of Puerto Rico, a chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, Pennsylvania, B, California, C, Rhode Island, or D, Texas?
I'm between Rhode Island and California, because Rhode Island is closer to New York, so it makes sense.
I would have said California myself.
Yeah.
But
okay,
I haven't seen the movie. I don't know. So
I've seen a long time. I have no idea though.
5.
Yeah, this is California then.
All right,
3.
California, final answer.
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
Well, my second choice was Rhode Island, so.
Your penultimate question in the category of romance. Who directed Brooklyn?
Brooklyn is. Let me see if it's
Crowley.
John Crowley.
Yeah, that's right. That's his name, right? Crowley. John Crowley.
Yeah, John Crowley. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
And your final question in the category of romance. What 90s rom-com features a show called Truth or Date?
Isn't that Mallrats?
Mallrats.
No. Truth or Date? Yeah. Go for it.
Mallrats. Final answer.
And that is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
Can you? Yeah, should we bring Aaron in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is
What do you think?
Mallrats a romance?
I mean, there is a very thin romantic element to that movie. Honestly, when else are we really going to use the challenge? I would never consider this movie a romance.
Yeah, I mean,
as
at
great
the
as
best,
this
it's a rom-com, right? Which is not.
Yeah, I mean, I
separate.
guess because they end up getting together at the end, him and Jack London or Jeremy London, whichever one it is. I don't know. London boy. So we're not going to win this. Let's just save it. I also agree, though. This is, whatever. It's Kevin Smith, so this is about as good as it gets. So, no, I don't think we should challenge this, honestly. There's a pretty decent line of romance through the movie, but I respect you calling me in for that, David. I like that. It's just like practice.
It doesn't scream romance. But...
Yeah, I think that if you
no challenge. No challenge.
No,
we won't challenge.
Sounds good. So after that, I have Back to Formula getting their score up to 16, but Annexation of Puerto Rico getting a steal, getting their score up to 11. I'm going to bring the wheel back in real quick. All right, wheel is in. I will also be bringing Annexation of Puerto Rico, your manager, Aaron J. Cody is saying exactly what I was thinking.
So that's who Kill Me Pleases.
All right, Annexation of Puerto Rico, your spin is in. All right, and you landed on opponent's choice, Back to Formula. What would you like to give Annexation of Puerto Rico for their round 2 category?
Do you have an idea? Or do we go with Mark Wahlberg? I mean, they're good studiers, that's the thing.
It's only a week. It's a matter of if you think we need the points. Either that or I'm between like drama and Oscars, because I would have given them romance if they spoke.
I kind of would give them Oscars. I mean, right? They're good, but we'll see. I feel kind of like let's do Oscars. How do you feel?
I think we can get at least one steal. If not, I mean, if they sweep it, they sweep it. So, and then we're down 5.
If they sweep it, then they deserve to win. So I say let's give them Oscars.
Sounds good.
All right, in the category of Oscars, Annexation, I will be giving your questions in the category of Oscars. Are you prepared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then your first question, the category of Oscars.
Sweet.
What was the first animated film to be nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay?
Well, Is it Beauty and the Beast, you think? Because it's nominated for Best
That's
Picture.
up there. I wouldn't be able to know for sure. I don't know for sure.
Multiple.
Multiple, please.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Beauty and the Beast, B, Toy Story 2, C, Shrek, or D, Toy Story 3?
Between those, I would probably go with.
That's tough, actually.
Well, I would kind of go Toy Story 2, I think. I don't know. What do you think?
Wow.
No, I think, try Toy Story 2.
Repeat the options. Actually.
All right, that's your first repeat of the options. Is it A, Beauty and the Beast, B, Toy Story 2, C, Shrek, or D, Toy Story 3?
Yeah,
I
probably
don't
one of the.
remember Beauty and the Beast of an adapted screenplay.
Yeah. I don't think it's that anymore. Maybe it's either Toy Story 2 or Shrek. Toy Story 2 is before.
It's before, so
yeah.
I'm fine with you.
Four.
Right, just go Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2, final answer.
That is incorrect. Back to formula. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Beauty and the Beast, B, Toy Story 2, C, Shrek, or D, Toy Story 3?
Pretty sure it's Shrek.
Okay, Shrek was nominated.
It was most definitely nominated. I don't think Beauty and the Beast was.
Okay, it was either Toy Story 3 or Shrek. It's Shrek then.
Shrek, final answer.
That is correct for the 1-point steal. Your second question. Rosie Perez, Holly Hunter, and Winona Ryder all lost Best Supporting Actress to whom?
That'd have been in
Winona Ryder, supporting actress. Rosie Perez and White Man Can Jump. Is that one?
5,
Do you want to
4,
repeat?
3, 2,
Yeah, repeat.
and that is first repeat. Rosie Perez, Holly Hunter, and Winona Ryder all lost Best Supporting Actress to whom?
So it's 93, right? So Holly Hunter for the piano. Oh, is this Anna Paquin
Was Holly Hunter
nominated? I feel like this is that, right? Anna
But
Paquin
she was-
won?
Yeah, but wouldn't she be best actress?
I don't remember.
4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Are your multiple choice options? Is it A, Marissa Tomei, B, Mercedes Ruehl, C, Diane Wiest, or D, Anna Paquin?
Well, Rosie Perez was nominated for what though? I think that's the question because
Mercedes Ruehl is Fisher King. She won, so I don't. That's not her. I
5,
kind of want to. I
4,
kind of want to see Anna Paquin.
3, 2.
Okay.
Anna
1.
Paquin. That's her.
That is correct for 1 point.
Right. Yeah,
Holly Hunter and Paquin were nominated in the same category as
Same.
Hunter was nominated for a different film.
Yeah,
Oh,
Holly
no.
Hunter was nominated for The Firm.
I couldn't even think of the vote.
She was
Whatever.
nominated in actress. It's crazy.
All right.
Crazy.
Your third question in the category of Oscars. For what film did John Williams win his first Oscar?
Wasn't Jaws? Was it before that?
I have no clue. I was Schindler's List, but maybe it was before that.
5,
No clue.
Multiple.
2. All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Jaws, B, Fiddler on the Roof, C, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or D, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope?
I think Jaws was your first answer, so.
Yeah, I was trying to remember.
I don't think he won for Star Wars.
He did. So
For that?
Yeah, I think so. All right,
5,
I'm just gonna go Jaws.
3.
Jaws,
2.
final answer.
That is incorrect. Back to formula. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Jaws, B, Fiddler on the Roof, C, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or D, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope?
I would like to shout out Aaron J. Fiddler on the Roof. Final answer.
Not going to comment on that at all, but Fiddler on the Roof is correct.
I wouldn't guess so. All right, cool. It's going great.
Penultimate question in the category of Oscars. Who won Best Director for films released in 1967?
What's Oliver? Is it 68?
68 is Oliver. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Norman Jewison, B, Stanley Kramer, C, Mike Nichols, or D, Fred Zinnemann?
It's not Zinnemann because that would have been 66.
Is it Nichols for Graduate or?
It might be Jewison for Heat into the Night.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make more sense?
That makes sense. 67. Yeah.
5, 4.
Norman
3.
Jewison, final answer.
That is incorrect. Back to formula. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Norman Jewison, B, Stanley Kramer, C, Mike Nichols, or D, Fred Zinnemann?
Mike Nichols. Final answer.
That is correct for the 1-point steal.
Sorry, Dave.
Good shit, Jake.
And your final question in the category of Oscars. What won Best Visual Effects for films released in 2015?
15.
Mad Max.
That
Fury Road.
it has to be it, right? It's not a superhero movie.
Yeah.
It can't be. So,
5,
I think it's Mad Max.
3.
Mad Max Fury Road,
Two.
final answer.
That is incorrect. Back to formula. Chance for a 2-point steal.
Ex Machina, final answer.
And that is correct for 2 points.
I love you so much right now, Jake.
So after
Thank you.
that, I have Back to Formula getting their annexation of Puerto Rico, getting their score up to 12. Back to Formula at 21. But anything that happens to move into round number 3, also known as the Pick Your Poison round. Before the match, competitors went back and forth, giving each other categories they would like to draft. 4 questions that will be answered in this round, and they will go back and forth once again, deciding what categories they would like to answer questions from. The categories that your competitors drafted were actors and actresses, 2010s, horror, sci-fi fantasy, comic book movies, war, 1990s, and scores and soundtracks. Your competitors will draft their categories right now. All right, your competitors have chosen their categories. Annexation of Puerto Rico, you are behind. What would you like for your 1-pointer?
Scores. Yeah.
All right, your 1-pointer in the category of scores and soundtracks. What Foghat song plays during the closing credits of Dazed and Confused?
Slow Ride. It's the only Foghat song I know.
That sounds right. I don't.
Right? That's what it's called, right? Slow Ride.
Yeah.
Slow Ride.
5, 4.
Slow Ride. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
It's the only Foghat song I know.
What else
I
could it
know
be?
that
It's
one.
I was like,
Foghat.
who is Foghat? Just kidding.
Foghorn Leghorn?
All right, what would you like for your 2-pointer? Annexation?
Horror, I assume.
Or
Horror. And
All
yes,
right.
we have to hit all these to send the game.
Yes, that is true. Reminder, you do have to hit all your questions. Your 2-pointer in the category of horror. Who plays food enthusiast Tyler in The Menu?
Nicholas Holt.
Yeah.
Nicholas Holt, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Sticking with you, Annexation, what would you like for your 3-pointer?
What do you feel better about? I guess it doesn't matter, but what would you prefer?
I think 90s for 3.
You want to do 90s for 3? Okay. 90s, please.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of 90s. Babe Pig in the City opens with Farmer Hoggett injuring himself when he was trying to repair what?
I want to say tractor.
I mean, that's the one. That's the first thing that came to my mind. But
because I
4, 3, 2, 1.
repeat.
All right, that is your second repeat. Category of 90s. Babe Pig in the City opens with Farmer Hoggett injuring himself when he was trying to repair what?
I really can't think of anything.
It wouldn't be
else.
like the barn, right? I can't think of what he would be fixing besides the track. Honestly,
Door. Yeah, I think it's a tractor. Tractor.
Tractor,
Final.
final answer.
And your winner by technical knockout back to formula. We were looking for a well. A well was the answer we were looking for. Balls in that motherfucker. It's brutal for a family film. Look, I think this was a double opponent's choice game. I think this just came down to the fact that back to formula, just those romance questions just landed a little bit more in their wheelhouse than those Oscars questions. Props to Annexation. They played a solid match, 10 points out of round 1. They knew a lot of those Oscars questions. You could hear them often. They were like between the right answer. They just talked themselves out of it, and they just couldn't recover from that technical knockout. But yeah, incredible game from Back to Formula. I say we head right into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finishers tonight. Annexation of Puerto Rico, Robert Kastner, David Nishimoto, accompanied by their manager, Aaron J. Guys, look, I think this is just learning what was the team. This is a very early match. Sometimes you just get landed with a category you don't want. You just got to navigate it as well as you could, and it just couldn't quite get through tonight. How are you feeling after tonight's match?
It's the one thing I didn't want. I've played Jake twice this year, and Oscars came up both times and sunk me both times. I once studied this for bar trivia, and I thought I got pretty good at it. And then I started to watch Multiplex and realized I was not very good at it. And then that knowledge went out the window, especially when I became a dad. And I never tried to get it back, or I did try to get it back, but my brain only can handle so much.
Don't worry about it.
I don't want to do it, and I'm never going to. So yeah, I mean, and trying to figure out what to give Mark and Jake is, I honestly like getting them to get 7 and us only having a 5-point deficit. I was like, we won. I was like, that's great. I just didn't expect the double opponent's choice. I was hoping for anything else, and we just didn't. So props to, I mean, they're very well rounded. This is obvious. And I was hoping they wouldn't give us that one thing. I was hoping they'd talk themselves into the strength, and maybe we could pull some stuff out, but it didn't work out. So whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, this after the opponent's strength and hearing the Oscars questions is like, damn, it's like just, yeah, it's just game over from there. Just, yeah, I hate not seeing the full wheel spin and just like all of a sudden it lands on the opponent's strength like that.
Either time for either team, really.
But yeah, it's just tough luck, and then yeah, I think the wheel like kind of killed us. So if we had a different wheel, it would have been a different story. But yeah, it is what it is. So we can only just learn from it and get better next time. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a frustrating game for sure here. I mean, just a whole. Anytime Oscars comes up, it's a party. I have a new mission in this community, and it's to get rid of that category and have them have their own league maybe to play in, where all 3 of them can go play over and over again and get Oscars, and they can just learn all about it. So that is my new mission here in Multiplex. It's to get my team's wins and get rid of Oscars as a category, because even Jake and Mark are going to come on here and like apologize and be like, it's no fun. And Jake, how many more times can you really just beat people in Oscars? We respect you. It's your category. We're just looking at it. So, this is I'm getting sick of getting TKO'd by this too. So I'm gonna put together a super team behind the scenes to beat Back to Formula, because that's my 3rd mission after getting rid of Oscars and my team's winning. So yeah, and I'll get rid of Oscars and Why We Love Horror if that's what it takes to get rid of it here. No problem. So thank you for having us.
Thank you.
That is fair. We're gonna put everyone backstage and head into the interviews with your winners tonight. Mark Menchaca, Jake Marangoni. Guys, once again, knock out your first game of the year. A technical knockout this game. You guys are doing incredible this season, as far as I'm concerned. Must be feeling pretty good. How are you feeling?
It's funny because Aaron literally said like almost a half of what I really was going to say, which is like, yeah, listen, Oscars is a tough category for a lot of people, and I would consider it a strength, even though sometimes it has bitten me in the butt, and I definitely feel myself confident with Oscars most of the time. But on the flip side, I have to be asked sports questions about American sports and American states, and know what state is the natural set in, or whatever his team's from. And I hate those questions. So as far as I'm concerned, as long as I have to deal with that, which I know that will never be gone, then we can have a little bit of some Oscars every now and then. But as far as the match goes, I thought it was really tight after round 1. I dropped the ball multiple ways with some questions I really should have known. Mark was the A player there. And then round 2, we sort of were able to maneuver through romance and double opponents, which I think Kaz and I just exude like opponent's choice energy, because in our both trios matches, every team got opponent's choice. So I don't know what's going on, but when Kaz and I are on screen, it just madness happens, I guess. But we worked well. I think what is really great about Mark and I as a team is that we don't really need to communicate. We telepathically can communicate with questions. Like, I know that Mark is confident with me just going for an Oscar question. And the way we work well really shows there. And then round 3, we just, it just had to hold that lead, and we did well. I'm glad that we have this win. It feels a little bit like it just felt like luck was on our side again, but I'm very happy that we get to move on to another contenders match, which is cool. And we can finally say we have a W over David Dishimoto. David, you're an incredible player, and I've always wanted to play you again. As singles, I want that to happen. But Robert, you're also the best. Love you playing in trios. So this was fun, but we'll be moving on to the next one.
I mean, we spun opponent's choice here too.
It's true. Yeah.
I mean, maybe a little luck. We know those romance questions, but still,
Real quick, we know who you're going to be playing next. So you guys are in this title picture. Like Jake said, you guys are in a number 1 contender match going forward. You're going to be playing the winner of Kumite or Jersey Boys. You have a rematch or a new match coming down the line. If you had a preference between those 2 teams, who would you like to play?
I want to play Sexual Chocolate. But if it's between the 2 teams that you're saying, I think Jersey Boys is an underrated team. I've never really played Igor, and is it Dean or James? I always confuse the 2, and I'm so sorry. Dean, yes. I was right the first time. I think they're a good team, and they're underrated, and I like them as competitors. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We owe Kumite a rematch. I know it's tough to call out tough teams, but I like calling out tough teams. I like playing the best. And Kumite are up there. And let's see if luck won't decide the outcome of that match. But we think that would be fun.
I will say after last match, Kumite probably has our pictures on their wall. So I'd be a little scared to face them for that one reason alone. I'll look forward to it if it is them. I will say though, if there's any team that I will feel good about putting over, Jersey Boys would be that team. They've just been on an incredible run since our tag team turmoil. They've been playing really well. Can't count them out in that match, not one bit.
That is fair. Thank you guys so much. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. I'm going to put you backstage. Final thoughts on tonight's match. Look, I think Jake said some really wise words tonight. We've all spun categories we don't like. But what separates the good players from the great players is the great players will put their nose to the ground and get better and get great at the game. And that is what makes you a championship level team. But David and Robert know that they are a great team. But shout out to Jake and Mark. They played an incredible game, and whoever's going to be facing them at the end of this picture is looking for a tough opponent. But on behalf of Mark, on behalf of Jake, on behalf of David, on behalf of Robert, on behalf of Aaron, on behalf of everyone here in Multiplex Movie Melee, I'm your host, Payson the Cinemaster Johnson. Have a great
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.